And I'm here tonight with my co-caster, my partner in crime, Like the Sauce. Say what's up.
Hello, guys.
That's Like the Sauce. He'll be helping out tonight. Hopefully, he'll be doing some more work with us here in the future. Now, tonight, let me bring up the teams for us all to see here. All the teams right in front of you there. The ones to watch tonight. Chicago, Urbana, Champaign. You guys keep hearing Chicago's name. It's going to be a great game for them tonight. You know they're going to be up there, and I'm always rooting for my home team, University of Central Florida. Who are you looking at tonight, Sauce?
Well, right now I'm trying to figure out if the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign popping bottles is going to actually take the first place spot tonight from Chicago. They're 4 points away. They just need to make a couple of kills and maybe just a little bit better place than they were in the last couple games that they played. So that's what I'm looking out for today.
I mean, Chicago and Champaign came up on top there at the end of the preseason. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be a pretty close run here. Definitely showing they're some of the most competitive teams out here. I think we've got a couple others from some of the top teams there too. We've got I think UC Riverside was up there, and a couple others as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on tonight, especially for some of these more up and coming teams. Auburn University finished pretty low in the preseasons. Hopefully, they can make a swift and diligent come up into the top 20.
Yeah, and I think they will. I mean, I saw Auburn on the in the Elite game make a crazy strong play. They were camping bridge with the LMG, and they just went after a car and got all four people in it. That was definitely an amazing play. I think we clipped that. It's somewhere in the Discord here, but that was just a super awesome play by Auburn. So regardless what happens, I will definitely remember Auburn for that play.
Yeah, there were a lot of great plays within the last couple games. Unfortunately, we missed the game 2 of yesterday with the fall season 1, the opening. We missed the first or the second part of that stream, unfortunately, due to some miscommunications. I would say, right?
Yeah, a few miscommunications, a few technical issues. I mean, we've got those all pretty much straightened out by this point. I'm really hoping University of Central Florida. I played for them towards the beginning of the preseason. We still haven't gotten a kill yet, so I'm really hoping to see that first kill tonight. I think
You
we
know,
just need some
I'm
more
actually from
synergy.
I'm from Florida. I feel like I should be rooting for the University of Central Florida, but I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon just yet. Let me see what they do, how they play before I attach myself to them.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of Florida, but Auburn definitely caught my attention with the crazy play, and same with Chicago and Urbana with all the wins here and the top level gameplay. Kennesaw State's up there too. They're number 15 after preseason. Definitely not a team to ignore.
You have a lot of competitors, and it's going to be very interesting to see if some of the underdogs will pop up this year, or at least this fall, rather.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. And we're just making sure all the players are in here. Everything is good to go. We'll definitely be starting the games up here pretty soon for you guys. So get ready for that. I'll take a
So
look
there's
at
enough.
Twitch chat here.
Yeah, so there's enough people in the Twitch chat. Let us know who you represent. Who are you here to see? Who are you here for? All of that will kind of fuel the fire for today's event. We have 20 teams, right, competing, or 21
Yes,
teams,
21.
and that is going to be quite exciting to see how far this goes, how long this takes, and if some of the more aggressive teams like the University of Illinois Chicago and Urbana will start pretty much taking out the teams like they did yesterday. They did pretty well yesterday, picking up I think 5 kills. It's very very exciting shit yesterday. It was really nice.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I want to see the Twitch chat popping because the UCSD fans from the other day, San Diego. Wow, there was quite a few people there from UCSD. That was really nice to see, and I hope a lot of you guys make sure to advertise for your gaming clubs to check out the stream because we appreciate the views and your teams appreciate the support too.
Now, something I hope I do not see in this day 2 is a lot of these teams were not paying too much attention to the closing play field. They a lot of guys dying outside the play zone. I didn't expect to see that happening on day one of the fall opening, but it should be it should be interesting to see how they pay more attention this time in order to get themselves placed just a little bit higher. We had a couple guys die outside the play zone with just 18 left, wind up taking out an entire team, being the last person down for some of these teams. I don't remember exactly who it was, but it was kind of interesting to start seeing these guys die in the water outside the play zone, just inches from safety.
Yeah, it's definitely tough with the amount of people in those end play zones. It's really easy to get pinned down and lose track of the timer on the blue circle and just get a little too comfortable in your spot there.
Yeah,
And it
the
looks
initial game was tough to watch.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And it looks like we're getting ready to start things up here. We're about ready to launch the game as things get going here. Looks like we've got just about every team in here as we get going here. Game 2 this week, and don't forget to tune back in on Sunday for the Elite game.
Now, what a wonderful way to start off a new season. You have the top five. Who are in the top five last night for the first game?
Oh,
Do you have the stats pulled up?
for the first game last night? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I got rid of them off my computer to make room for these ones here.
Unfortunate.
But I believe UT Austin was one of them, and oh, I forget the other one. I think UT Austin, they were top 2. I know that, but yeah, they were top 2, and I forget the other one.
Got some names I recognize here. Smoody, Inkers. Got Wiki. Let's see, who else do we have running around here?
Oh, Protozor. I remember Protozor.
A lot of guys out here. A lot of people here to support each individual college team. It's very interesting to see so many people battle it out in one place, especially when you have, the end goal is obviously to be the best, but you have a lot of these guys who are of different play levels, right? And there's a lot of people here who you see making incredible plays, some people who make lucky plays, and I'm very optimistic in that some of these underdogs can start honing their play style, making better plays, and seeing how they progress throughout the couple matches that we have going on right now for the next couple days.
Yeah, luck is a huge factor in this game, especially with something that's crucial as trying to find a car or a good weapon or ammo or attachments. And speaking of cars and weapons and ammo, I'm really hoping that we get a content update here in the coming weeks, because it was really exciting seeing players utilize the Mini 14 when that was new, and it was fun seeing that gun being used in the final circle there. So I know there was a mention of the like a van, like an old van, so I hope to see that.
Right, yeah, the hippie van.
The hippie van. Looks like you got a pretty nice, pretty decent plane here, cutting the map just about in the half there, starting from the northwest, going down to the southeast. A few players.
Seems like a lot of teams are going towards the shooting range right now, and that is interesting to see. So many people just grouping up, going there, and Sverny, shooting range. It does seem like most of them are staying on the top side of the map. A lot of them going towards the ruins. I'm pretty sure that we're going to see a lot of early deaths in this first 5 minutes.
And Zarky gets no love, man. Nobody wants to go there. Looks like one or two teams holding off for the mill base here. That's going to be, maybe a little bit more. That's going to be good. I always love a good mill base battle, especially when things can be slow here in the beginning.
When there's early deaths, I don't know if the other teams are going to be at liberty to complain. You have a total of 80 people here, 21 teams. We have a lot of guys right now making their drop down. Some people already on the ground right outside of the shooting range, and right there in the dead center between Katka and where are we at? I can't see the exact name. We got some names covering up, but it looks like everybody's
and
down.
Rozok, I think.
Is that Rozok? Okay, there you go.
Maybe. I might be looking at the wrong thing myself. All right.
It's always hard commentating this thing, you know, a stream of a stream. So
Yeah, it's a little bit tough, but we make do. Looks like
payback goes, payback
uh-oh.
does get some
Wow,
damage.
Black Brain there.
Never lucky. Black Brain taking a little bit of health with just a shotgun. Unfortunately, it's the double barrel. Payback was actually not lucky enough to find a weapon. He's gonna get knocked down
Add a
and
kill
killed.
for University of Washington there.
There you go, UW. Rich firing into the background. Have one down completely. Looks like Sam is out of the race. And Blackbrain, he's still trying to find something. Just anything to make sure that he can protect himself. We got Rich looking around, trying to secure the area with just his double barrel. Blackbrain gonna make a run for it into the town a little bit more. Got a lot of small weapons here. We got a lot of double barrel shotguns, pistols, Uzis. Everything is kind of looking, you know, very skillful. It's gonna take a lot of skill to get some kills with some of these. I mean, maybe not the double barrel, but you know.
Yeah, that's rough. That I always like a good kind of even gunplay, especially when you can get lucky and find something like an AR early on, and everybody else has pistols, and you just get all these free kills. I like to see a little bit of action.
Yeah, the weapon density for some of these teams is looking much like an old country westerner. Pistols and shotguns.
Yeah,
Got two Tommy guns there. That's pretty nice.
who our token favorite player, Wum there from hanging out with his teammates from UC Riverside down in Primorsk.
There we go. We got a UMP. Oh, Scar H or L? Scar L. Scar L. We got a Car 98. It's looking pretty good for some of these teams. Very dense with a variety of weapons. They've got two guys there just chilling out, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, Tennessee Technological and Chicago down in the mill base. We'll have to keep an eye on those two and see what happens to Chicago. It'll be interesting to see what a top team does like that in a place risky like the mill base. So we'll try and keep an eye down there and see what happens to Chicago.
You know, that's an interesting play move right there with Boylad and his teammate. We see them down there in the bunker, and I'm never confident about the bunker, but they're hopefully it pays off for them.
Yeah, here we've got Trippy Remix in Chicago here on the left side of this mill base here, and oh well, it looks like they might know of each other's existence here. Looks like they might have the not the best positioning here, but maybe a little bit more firepower. We'll have to check this out. So Rock taking some shots.
Now Chicago does play pretty aggressively, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. A Trippy Remix, who made a really intense play, unfortunately taking out somebody from the preseasons that you know, he's really good at getting people when they're not paying attention. So
Snooty not afraid to go for those shots. Definitely taking some risky shots here. A lot of these guys, either you see them wait for it or they just go for anything that moves, and it's usually one of those ends of the spectrum. Especially with an aggressive team like Chicago here, they usually go for the shots.
Not a whole lot of optics here. It seems that what does come with weapons does not come with sights for the military base here. Trippy Remix, Smoody, not having any sort of optic for themselves. Holy Recreation and aggressive Z-Rock, they're all running away from the military base, trying to find probably a better opportunity to get a drop on Smoody and his team.
I want to see a team go for this crate here in the water. A lot of teams like to swim. I've seen a couple teams toss away the option of taking a boat just so they can swim. I always love the Pachinki swim team going across the river there.
It seems like a fairly risky play, but it'll be very interesting to see if somebody goes after it. You have cover really on three sides, or you have no cover on three sides. So that'd be very interesting to see somebody take that.
Fury from Kennesaw State already down here. Looks like his team's going to be able to... No, that is not his team. Looks like they're going to finish him off right there. That's Epi Cho from Rochester Institute of Technology taking out a player there. Already this early. It seems like he maybe got separated from his team. Not sure what happened there. It's always tough when you try and spread out early to grab loot, but then you can get picked off like that. And when a crucial player dies early on, you know, doesn't make the rest of the game any easier.
Epi Cho reconvening with his team after getting that unfortunate kill, solo kill. Got separated from his team. He should have. I feel like at that point he probably should have just picked up and cut his losses. Just ran. Tried to find a better position, but he did get knocked, which means his teammates are still around somewhere, which is even more depressing, I think.
I wonder here if we're going to see any bridge camping by either of these three teams down south there. A little bit of reverse bridge camping. Usually you're camping to stop people from getting into the mill base, but it looks like they might have to camp to stop them from getting out of the mill base. So I think that'll make for an interesting play. That's actually what Auburn did to get that Ford piece. So I hope to see a repeat of something like that. Definitely.
There's a lot of teams. I think there's 4 teams up north that are going to have to try to start making their way back down here. As the energy barrier starts slowly making the play area smaller and smaller. We have 2 or 3 teams right now with less than their original numbers that are still active, that aren't completely gone. There's 80 people that started, 76 now alive. So there's one team out entirely, it seems, in people.
Oh wow, Guy here taking some shots. Looks like Airless Goose lands more shots than him. That's Airless Goose from the University of Connecticut there.
Dalen, is Dalen gonna be strong enough to take away these 3 individuals who are now Airless Goose sitting outside of that house? I'm not sure if Dalen is going to be able to take them all on. I feel like is he the last of his?
2 down here. Kurono Kenshi trying to take cover here in this gunfight. Hopefully he gets off a kill there for
30 well placed rounds. He should be able to do this. He just has to get the drop. Blackbrain coming in for the flank, actually about to take him out if he makes it, and it seems that he has got both sides.
Oh my goodness. Wow, and it's over just like that. But does he hear the one? Oh, and he shot too early. He heard him. This is a tough situation here for Kurono Kenshi. A little bit of a pickle here.
Blackbrain's still not up. He could make a play right now. He almost knocked Arno, and now he's knocked. Kurono Kenshi could easily take out the rest, and Blackbrain is back up, killed. Wow.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Oh my goodness. Kurono Kenshi
30 well-placed rounds.
Wow.
That was close.
Kurono Kenshi died in that one, but you know what? He definitely got in a few nice kills there for his West Virginia University team there, and he did quite a bit of damage as well.
What a hell of a fight. So Orma Whale could easily take out these 2. Let's see what he decides to do. He's got 28 rounds right now, taking a little bit of damage there on that fall, but not enough to make a difference. Could easily get the drop on these 2. It seems that we have 2 people now, Jay Good and Whale.
UC Boulder knows these guys are in here, and they're ready to pass. Oh, Jay Good
taking out Rich. There you go. Orma Whale getting shot right in the middle.
You know, those bars are so tough, man. Those window bars. I hear a lot of people asking to remove those and just say put normal windows there. I can't shoot in or out of these things.
Well, even normal windows, if you don't knock them out beforehand, you might risk missing your shot because you can't shoot through the windows. I've actually been saved one time from a shotgun blast because the window broke instead of actually coming through and taking the damage I probably should have taken.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad I'm seeing it. When we first started this league, I used to see about 1 team per city. Now I'm starting to see maybe 2, maybe 3 teams per city, like in the Mill Base or in some of these other more southern cities. Looks like these guys have are either going for or have gotten the crate there. That's Odang and his team from UC Riverside.
Don Arthur and his team trying to catch up to the energy wave. It doesn't seem like they're going to take too much damage from that. Odango finally made it through to the play zone. Holy Recreation already inside of the play zone, trying to find some people. Seems like they...
Oh, that's a shame right there. Holy Recreation hopped out of the car there a little bit too early. That's a Tennessee Technological University player right there.
Down but not out, leaving themselves pretty exposed to Odango and his team, who are now going by on the boat. I'm not even sure that they saw them. They're not even being shot at. They're not shooting back.
Oh, there we go.
Finally getting a little bit of a better angle on O'Dango and his team. Early recreation, recreation. He's doing good now.
You see
Nice
Riverside taking some heavy shots here, some heavy damage from Tennessee. And a crate landed on land this time, but I think that's on the top of a hill. I don't know if anybody's gonna spot that one either.
The fact that it's in the military base, I'm sure somebody's going to go back and after it, and if not, I feel like for what you see right now on the world map, it seems that it's probably going to center the final play area around the military base. But
well,
I'm very curious.
It just moved in. If we take a look at the map here, we'll pay attention to that here. Looks like these guys might be going in for the chase here after they unloaded all those bullets on their boat, on UC Riverside's boat. Well, no, they turn away. They're going a different direction.
Guys, we talked about that bridge camping earlier. It seems that they're trying a more standoff approach to doing just that. I don't think there's anybody left to come back over from the military base, so it should be noted that they might be standing there just waiting around for nothing. Let's kind of see how that plays out for them.
The circle is shying away from that mill base there, more towards Milta and the farm there.
Final play area could potentially be farm or Milta. I think Milta Power is getting... Yeah, Milta Power just got cut off. You still have a team sitting right there. You got one person, got Dalen, and an entire, what looks to be an entire team on a separate entity moving vehicle right by that prison. Trying to look around for just something, if anything, trying to supplement the next fights that are about to happen. You know, we still have 65 people left. Started with 80. That's really not that much. We're still just very early in this game at 12 minutes. Seems that a lot of fights are starting to happen a little bit more quickly than some of these guys expected.
I think in the next few circles here, we're going to see players drop like flies, like we usually do in these games here. There's Protozor again. We talking about him earlier, from Georgia Southern, making his way across there with the dune buggy, trying to find a little house to keep him and his team safe in here as they wait out for the next circle. Oh, that's not a dune buggy. I'm blind. That's a Dacia.
Everything loads in at a snail's pace, unfortunately. So.
Oh yeah.
You got to make that you got to make that call quickly.
Interesting choice for parking here by Georgia Southern there, but I think they're playing it safe, definitely trying not to draw any attention to themselves. But I think they're gonna have to pay attention to the guys coming off the bridge here. There's gonna be, I think, 2 or 3 teams still on the mill base that are gonna be forced to take that one bridge. Yeah, it looks like 2 teams in the mill base there.
We have Big Cheese. He's actually going after that crate that we talked about earlier, the first crate that dropped about the first 5 minutes in the game. He's going after that crate. I'm wondering if Big Cheese is actually going to be able to loot it, or if it's already been looted, would it have been just a waste of time? Fortunately for him, he's inside of the circle, not going to take any damage, but he has no cover. You have Peep, Trippy Remix, Milgord. They're all on the outer side of that. They have no cover. Big Cheese has no cover from any oncoming fire, so hopefully it was worth it for him.
You know, I think
the rest of his team.
I think Big Cheese from Clemson is thinking ahead here. I think he knows that the crate's already looted, and I think he knows that somebody from another team dropped something out of their inventory to maybe try and get something inside the crate, and he's trying to capitalize off that. Oh, he's swimming there. Mike, he didn't even bring a boat, and he just arrived there. Let's see. Looks like Big Cheese. Maybe there wasn't too much in there. I'm not sure.
Well, you have 2 people right now swimming towards the package. Maybe towards the package, maybe towards the freedom of the other side. I'm not sure which one of it is. You got Trippy Remix, Peep, Mary Gore, and Smooty. They're all coming across, not trying to draw too much attention to themselves. Swimming underwater, trying to get away from any sort of cover that they do not have.
This is going to be tough for Chicago here as they're swimming across, because once they get to that beach, I think everybody who's already in that house is going to turn around and see 4 creatures from the Black Lagoon popping out of the water and unleash their bullets onto them. That's going to be tough. Another crate drop here.
Yeah.
Chicago, though, I have a lot of faith in them. They're a pretty solid team here. Looks like we've got a C Cucumber here and his team from University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign hanging out in the house there.
4 M16 or 3 M16s and 1 SKS. They're pretty well equipped. Got an what's that? A SCAR, SKS. You have these guys. They're all very ready. Let's just hope that they have some optics to kind of fiend away some of the those late game fights without taking too much damage initially.
For sure. Looks like the crate hasn't dropped just yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. Wow, Epi Cho taking some damage here. As
trying to see to clear this house.
Yeah, Rochester tries to make their way into that house occupied by Urbana-Champaign. Rochester already lost a player right there.
Kupta goes down with a mid-14. Unfortunate for Frevin, who's also down as well, gets knocked.
Only
with
two
the
Rochester players left, as opposed to 4 Urbana-Champaign.
Yeah, and there's still 16. There's still 4 people up in the top there. We're looking at a very sad and a very feudal battle that's happening right now. Unfortunately, Epicho is picking up Frevin, and so that is not one threat eliminated. But where did those shots come from? You had one down right outside. There's only 3 left on this team.
Urbana-Champaign is not going anywhere. They're not making any plays. They're saying, you know, if you want to mess with us, you come to us. We're not going to go after you. And I think that's a very smart move. Urbana-Champaign definitely has the advantage here.
I mean, they could go down there like SEAL Team 6 and blast them all away, but they're choosing to stay and take the more conservative side of things, staying behind the walls, out of sight of the windows. There is people looking into their little house right there across the road there, Venus GG, with his red dot, trying to figure out if he can make the shot, which I'm assuming that he thought against that. Seems like we're looking to get pushed in a little bit further here. The farm not going to be the final place.
Very few buildings in that final circle. This is going to be interesting as teams fight for cover behind trees and in bushes here. And wow, look at that. One team moves in just as the other one moves out. That's that's funny, actually.
Yeah, they're moving in. They're moving in a very big cluster. Big Cheese, Trippy Remix. This was actually this is the team swimming across the lake, or river rather, swimming across, trying to get to the other side, not going towards the crate drop. So it looks like they made it out alive and well.
That's Chicago, and the other team evacuating that area is had Big Cheese, the guy who swam out for that crate. So they're trailing each other pretty close there.
Yeah, Protozoa in a firefight with an entire team across the road from himself. He actually managed to not take any damage, which is pretty good for him, but not so good that he's now pinned down and positions given away. Holy Recreation, Aggressive Devil, trying to feel out the situation after just being fired at. We're looking at a very, very tight 64 people alive with only what looks to be about 1,000 meters left in the grid square.
Yeah, that's Tennessee Technological holding down the block there, looking out to see who goes in and out of Milta there. And we move into the forest here as Knight's Ghost from University of Colorado Boulder takes cover here as things are about to get a little bit spicy.
We're looking at a lot of firefights. They're finally coming down. Like I said, that SEAL Team 6 mentality, taking out the entire underneath. That is just that's incredible.
That's Urbana-Champaign right there with that team wipe. Oh, maybe not a team wipe. Looks like they might have.
They do have cover. Vast and his team coming in to try to wipe them out now. It seems that it did happen the way that I kind of had predicted, with Vast and Venus GG and his team trying to come through. Taking a couple shots at them. They are now 2 left in their team.
Wow, that's rough. That's definitely going to shake up Urbana-Champaign a little bit there. With a big team like that, it's going to be tough for these two to fight through the other 53 guys in the lobby here. But I know they'll be able to do well.
Unfortunate eye for an eye.
Yeah.
But Venus GG, Iron Tank God, and they're all now
outside.
Yep, we're still looking at an entire team right now who could potentially be wiped out by a single person.
Wow, and there goes Airless Goose and I believe that's the last of Airless Goose's team there, and they're from Connecticut. So it looks like Connecticut's out here, and a few more players going down.
Ormawell executing everyone on the opposing team. That is that's the way to do it. No mercy. Don't let them get the chance to come back up. If you got the ammo, spend it.
Plus you get a point. So hey, wow, Protozoa here definitely going for these shots.
He's just said he's thrown caution to the wind. He really does not want to be left.
Georgia Southern playing way aggressive this game. I'm happy. Go Georgia Southern. Glad to see these aggressive plays. Looks like, ooh, they just tossed a nade. Hope that pays off.
They're just not there. They're trying to make a play, not entirely sure. Did not look the corners. There's a lot of problems that I'm seeing with these teams that are not looking the corners. Leroy Jenkins, he actually got the knock,
Ooh,
but
IGB's going for it while he's healing.
Definitely punished for it. And the play zone is encroaching. They're actually right on the center. They're gonna have to take a jump out the window or off the side.
They're still coming up, Smoody. Chicago's still getting these kills.
Smoody knocks him. There you go with the UMP knock.
Oh man, Chicago's aim is on point.
Smoody taking them all out, and that is what I expected from him. He has a very aggressive play style. He's very accurate, and you give him a room clearing weapon, and he's gonna take out the whole room, plus some if he can.
That's why Chicago is such a well-respected team. They just get in there and they don't back off. They go for it and they do the job.
42 alive, what is now almost coming up to half of what we started with. Smoody taking out a considerable amount of people here. He has now, wow, that is 3 kills on his team. He is one of 3 people left. A lot of these teams have just 3 or 2 people left. See Atomic, Kilo, and Demacia, or Demica? I almost said Demacia. Well, there's my League of Legends plug for the day. Knight's Ghost, Orma Whale, OX Buddy, 1 kill, 2 kill, 1 kill. They are looking pretty good right now. Full health. Wiki taking a couple shots at that red dot. I know that feeling. Just a sliver of health left from Chunk, and Chunk is down. He is completely down. And that takes him out of the race right now. Venus GG, it's time to try to make a little bit of a more aggressive play. Wiki is going to take a little bit of damage there, but not enough to matter because they have them pinned down behind just that small encroacher of trees. You have a couple teams kind of finding their way around the play zone. It seems that we got a lot of things going on here right now.
It looks like we made history there. You can see on the left Whiplash, Span Cargo, and Loser. Those are the UCF players, and Loser has 1 kill. UCF got its first kill this game, so let's give it up for UCF for finally breaking that ugly streak that we had going there for a little while.
And that's why I did not want to attach myself to the University of Central Florida, because I did not know. I'm like, I don't want to be associated with it, with something I don't know about. They got the Mini 14 there. Inkers, he is a really good shot. He's pinned down right now, unfortunately. Skewing trying to strafe his way out of something deadly and dangerous. Now he's knocked. Alex BB, he is really low, just really unfortunately low. There's not a whole lot of cover here for some of these guys, and it's gonna really bite them in the ass if they can't figure out a place to go for cover, because we're looking at a lot of teams. We're gonna start losing a lot of people very soon here with 35 alive and only about 600 meters in the final area.
Yeah, it looks like Auburn has a lot of players down right now. That's tough. And Knight's Ghost is already out of the game, and that looks like University of Colorado Boulder is also out of the game there.
I'm sorry, Alex 8-bit. My bad. I totally messed that name up. It's very hard to see. Venus GG, we have 32 alive. Less than half players remain, some with just 2 teammates. And we're looking at a lot of firefights that are about to start taking place very quickly.
Oh man, he got lucky with that suppressor right there.
He really did. Yep. Didn't really give away his position too much. The legendary Toad going down, actually getting knocked with the UMP. He's gonna have his teammates right back up. Holy Recreation taking a lot of damage. Fast GG goes down, or Venus GG goes down, as
Tennessee
well as Lev 1.
Still in it, man. Tennessee Technological still has all their players. We saw a lot of close plays from them in the beginning. beginning there, but they're still kicking. So good for them. There's 28 players alive here, and the circle is about to get a lot smaller here in the next 24 seconds. Things are gonna
Anchor's
get
running around
rough
like a
here.
madman by himself.
A lot of players stuck out in the open here. This is tough, especially for players like Peep from Chicago, who don't have too much of his team left.
Poop Loser is actually by himself as well.
Oh no, that's the last UCF player, I think. Yeah, yeah, he is, and looks like he's taking some fire there. Let's see if he can pick up a second.
Legendary Toad down. Wiki is down. The Salty Sea Cow, he is literally the only one to pick them up right now as Icy Fusion goes and tries to secure the area just a little bit better. Oxy Buddy taking some massive damage, just barely surviving with just a sliver of health. Unfortunately, that's what happens when we peek your head up against the mountains and not really sure of what's on the other side. Smoothie there with just a little bit of health. Atomic Hilo, just a little bit of health.
Zombie Hazard down. Only one player with enough health to do much from Tennessee Technological still alive there. Oh, and there goes a lot of his out. And Tennessee Technological. Oh man, that is tough for them.
Holy Recreation almost down with just 10% health, 36 shots, and his armor is completely gone. He goes down.
Wow.
Completely knocked down with the M16 by Icy Fusion. Snow Dragons trying to secure the area a bit for his team. There's not a whole lot that it looks like he can do right now. He's making some plays and firing some shots, actually knocking one.
That's UC Riverside getting those plays right there, and it looks like they still have 4 of their players left, along with one other team there.
Yeah, Snow Dragon making an unfortunate play. Yeah, he making an unfortunate forward play there, leaving his team behind the rocks. If they wanted to do that effectively, they probably should have gone together, but seems like he's going to sit there for a little bit, unfortunately not being able to get picked up without putting everybody else in jeopardy. Fallen Angel 12K right next to his good old buddy,
look at
Daddy.
Smoothie and Peep with 9 kills together there for University of Illinois Chicago there. That's crazy. That's why Chicago is on top there. They're going for those kills.
Oh,
Peep
wow.
trying to hold on there, man.
And the bad mouth kill of the day with the frag grenade on somebody knocked with only 5% of his health left just blew him right away. They're making an aggressive play here, knocking and killing both. Lugo killing with the Fallen Angel, finally. Daddy getting killed with the M4, just making that aggressive play.
Ooh, looks like Pete might be going for his Chicago buddy there.
Got 10 players alive here. Padawan running in. WMWM running in as well. Lugo. Oh, man, this is going to be a very tough match for these guys.
There goes
Lugo taking some damage from the wall.
There goes Chicago. Salty Sea Cow getting some nice damage down there on a whale, and they're out.
Knocked and killed both of them. He's taking a little bit of damage right now. Icy Fusion just not able to make it to the left a little bit, dying, putting himself out of the race there. The Salty Sea Cow behind good cover right now, and WMWM is going to pick up his bud, and that is it. That actually, wow.
That's UC Riverside with that win there. Congratulations to UC Riverside. That was a very wild ending. Lots of small fights going on at the end there.
It was super, super intense.
And in second place, we've got University of South Carolina, so congrats to them as well. What a crazy ending. GG to everybody as well there. And in third place here, we have University of Colorado Boulder.
It was a very intense game. There was a lot of kills getting picked up, and a lot of very good plays, a lot of very questionable plays being made, and I could not foresee a better game. I thought that was exactly to my expectations for this.
Yeah, definitely the crazy ending there though. That was definitely something to watch out for. And Chicago there in fourth place with 12 kills for their team. That is a nice chunk of points. Not a lot of other teams up top there have as many kills as that. Even first place just has 8 points there, so they're gonna have to be careful. Chicago can be creeping up there despite not being in that first place position.
The Padawan picked up the final kill against the Salty Sea Cow. That's what ended the match, if I'm not mistaken. It was quite an interesting event today. We have a lot of kills that got picked up. There's a lot of points that are going to put some of these guys that may not have placed necessarily a little bit higher than they would have been. It's all pretty great stuff here.
Yeah, for sure. And don't forget, guys, we've got game 2 tonight coming up here shortly, and we'll be back for game 2 in just a few moments. Thanks, guys. What's going on, guys? We are back here for game two for the Collegiate Battlegrounds Association this evening. And I'm back here with Like the Sauce. What's going on, man?
Now it was a fantastic intermission. I got to stretch.
Do some squats.
Well, something like that.
Now, remember, guys, this game, I believe it should be a sunset game. We're mixing up the weather a little bit here. We were talking about fog. We settled on sunset. I'm excited to see a night mode hopefully coming up here soon.
I'm sorry. I have to make sure that I heard that right. Did you just call sunset weather? Is that?
Why not? I mean, it's a weather option in the game, so I guess you could call it weather.
I guess we're looking at the next 3 days having a sunset.
100% chance of sunset tonight.
100% chance of sunset. I got you, man. I got you.
Everywhere.
Everywhere in the world, there's gonna be a sunset. That's the weather forecast.
Oh man, what a crazy play! Remember, guys, those our top three last game were UC Riverside in first, University of South Carolina in second, and University of Colorado Boulder in third. But lest we forget, Chicago, one of our aggressive teams that we often see at the top, was again at the top in fourth place. So we'll definitely have to keep our eyes out for them this game.
Sunset is atmosphere now. Hey, you know what? At least the Twitch cat, at least the Twitch chat agrees on some level. So
Twitch chat loves me. They and I love Twitch chat. I love to see all the fans out there, especially when they're rooting for their teams. It's always
James,
nice. Even some players come in. I see Mirigor in there saying when you die early feels bad, man. But when I would play, I'd pop in there too. A lot of players definitely have Twitch chat, so definitely shout out to Mirigor from University of Illinois at Chicago there for a really solid game last game with his teammates despite dying early.
There you go.
Looks like our game is getting kicked off here as we load into the beautiful vacation destination that is Spawn Island, and it is a sunset game. So the weather is sunset this game. The clouds have formed. We're getting a lot of cold fronts from the east and warm fronts from the west to make this sunset here.
It's going to be interesting to see where these guys go next. You know, the plane spawn. I honestly, you call it good. I call it, that was, I call it bad. I thought that the plane pathing was really kind of off. I'm hoping that it goes directly across the map. That way we can see somebody take initiative and go, this is the choice that we have. Let's go specifically. So it'll be interesting to see where these guys go.
For sure. It looks like this game was a little bit frozen. We might have some technical issues there. And never mind, it's back. Just kidding, guys. That's the beauty of PUBG.
Match starting in 45. It's looking very sunsetty right now. The weather is a fair sunset.
Fair sunset. Partly sunny with
partly
half of it set.
With 100% chance of sunset.
Yep. You know what I have yet to see, and I really want to see? I want to see a team go to Spawn Island. I'm really excited. I want to see a team take that risk and go for it, because it is a risk, and I still haven't even had a game that ends on Spawn Island. So wouldn't that be a dream if we had a game ending on Spawn Island? That would be.
I mean, the amount of randomness that would have to occur, the RNG that would have to take place. I don't know if we'll be getting that lucky. At least not today. But you never know. Today could be the day that happens.
Today could be the day.
So the match is starting now, which is kicking it off here. Let's see where the plane's going.
It's another thing you can't do in the server settings. I don't think you can pick where the final circle is. You can do pretty much everything else, but you can't pick where the final circle is. Wow, the plane's coming from literally the same spot.
Well, a little bit more to the
centered. Let's see some teams go to school. If I see one team alone in school, I'm gonna be disappointed. I like to see at least two in there. Usually it's just one. Usually like three teams will drop, and then they'll all back off immediately because they'll see like one team is holding true there. Wow.
Salty C count going to the skipping the shooting range, just continuing down to Sverny It's interesting to
They're
see. There's
alone.
nobody at the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one person at school.
One team at school. Come on.
One team at school. Hey, that's perfectly good for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, they're
Seriously.
happy with that. Nobody on the ground yet. Not quite. It looks like we have a lot of people just distributing themselves literally everywhere. We
A
don't
lot of
have
people
any.
dropped late too.
They did. They jumped really, really late. Nobody going to Milta Power. Just hanging out right there in Milta. We have a lot of people going to the military base, which is good to see. Hopefully, the circle kind of encroaches towards the middle a little bit. I'd like to see a firefight in an actual building complex rather than in just the middle of a field trying to who can pick the biggest tree. I really don't like games that end like that, unfortunately.
What a better building complex than Spawn Island to have the final
There you
circle.
go.
I don't think we've had one directly on a city either, or even the school or apartments or something like that. I don't think we've had one of those yet. It's usually been more something maybe a little bit smaller, like one of these random cities scattered out here.
Well, the random cities, Nyko's going down, getting knocked and killed with the Scar.
Already,
Loser
man.
69
Wow.
taking him out after knocking him with the
that's
Scar L.
another kill for the UCF. Amazing.
Congratulations, University of Central Florida, on your kill.
Go poop loser 69,
Go,
man.
go Poop Loser 69. You can buy all the Poop Loser t-shirts at ucf.com.
/poop loser.
Slash Poop Loser.
Jay Good already getting whiplash there. Wow.
Knocked with the
couple players
AKM.
going down already.
78 left. That's a lot faster than the first. Well, the first 4 deaths were all the same team, bringing it down to 76 very quickly after everyone dropped. A lot of looting going on. A lot of planning. It looks like a lot of these teams are taking a more risky approach, going around not with in groups but in small teams.
Yeah, and looks like these guys might meet some friends here in Milta. This is getting close. Bob Ross hairdo on O Buddy there as he loots that body. This could get interesting. UCF is moving in on their position here. This could get dangerous.
And like I said, a more centralized final area. It looks like on the map, it seems that it'll probably be in that like general vicinity of like a small town, or maybe even, I'm hoping it's not going to be Spawn Island. Okay, it can't be. It's impossible. But hopefully, it'll be a little bit more entertaining to see people do some urban operations.
Yeah, and you know what? I have a feeling this circle is going to center around. I'm going to put my money on the open sewers there, or whatever those are. I used to think they were runways until I actually dropped in that area for once. But,
I think that's just I think that's just a like runoff sewer, like a sewer runoff. You know how like California has that whole divide that goes down. It's just a smaller version of that. You got two
couple
teams.
teams here.
Yeah, Divine Mercy, Airless Goose, Holy Recreation. I'm actually pretty sure that Airless Goose, took out Holy Recreation in the last game. So it might be interesting to see something like that happen again.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain as well. That's Tennessee Technological down there, along with Goose from Connecticut. So this could things could. I think they know Connecticut's over there, but they don't. I don't think Connecticut knows that where they are, unfortunately.
Got a lot of people running around here trying to find anything they can. I remember the last 4 teams that left the military base as the circle started closing in. They left with a lot less than I think that they expected. A lot of ARs, but not a whole lot of optics. It wasn't until later in the game that they started picking up those optics, trying to collect most of their loot from their kills, trying to search for literally anything that zoomed in just a little bit more than a red dot.
Yeah, let's not forget again here, off to the left, we've got Chicago dropping in the mill base in game 2 as well here, and they're kind of looking on there. They know something's up. Oh, and J-Span already down and out.
J-Span knocking Zombie Hazard with a UMP. Back over there, something out of sight, out of mind. Samari 0 killing Zombie Hazard with UMP.
Yeah, and
knocking out the
looks like
SK-12.
Connecticut is hurting here a little bit.
75 live, only 2 dead since the last death. Another one goes down. Xerox dies with the UMP from Divine Mercy. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate way to die. 0. Oh, wow. No ammo. Divine Mercy gets a kill picked up from Holy Recreation and kills him with the UMP. No ammo, unfortunately.
Ooh, it looks like
So
Connecticut is out. They are the first team out. That's unfortunate.
that's a bad way to go down.
Yeah.
Smoody, the aggressive player, trying to
Oh, I'm
flank.
sorry,
Waiting for
I got
Trippy
that backwards.
Remix.
Real quick. That's Connecticut that survived. I apologize. Jeez, oh man.
Smoody's coming around. He definitely knows that they're there with Trippy Remix. They are very, very aggressive, and they're very good at taking things out.
Chicago is like a cheetah here. They're going in slow, and then they're going to pounce all at once. Uh-oh. Smoody. Ooh, this is interesting here. This is close. This is close.
Divine Mercy knocks Smoody. And we have the eye for the eye right there. Trippy Remix knocking out Divine Mercy with the AKM, trying to keep Smoody alive. Smoody he's surviving once again with a sliver of health. Google. Oh my God.
This is tough.
He is really, really pushing for his team here with just a little bit of health, knocking out everyone with the UMP, picking his teammates, trying to move on. Trippy Remix is out. Peep is out. Smoody is out.
Chicago's
UMP
down.
Kills.
That's Chicago. They're out. My goodness.
Chicago completely out of the game now.
What a crazy play by Connecticut. Wow.
Alex
Connecticut's
Apic
hurt,
kind of
but
sitting there. Unfortunate. He might go down here. I don't think his teammates are around. Obviously, he's just kind of there. Got a whole team taking cover behind that building right there. WMWM trying to get the drop on these guys. And it seems like he's doing it. He knocks one with the Car 98, the ACOG 4X scope, getting one, showing them that they're not safe behind that building and that they need to probably move here in just a second. They're getting flanked right now as we speak. And that is just going to be, looks like it's going to be it for their entire team, completely knocked out. Lugo finishing up Matt D with the Scar L, 63 left.
wow, they definitely should have moved in earlier there. That was Purdue that's out there, and looks like Odang and his teammates from UC Riverside picked up those 4 kills.
And they're just right outside Novo, so it's really tough to see stuff like that, you know, not taking cover when they should have taken cover. The ample opportunity, unfortunately, was not jumped on. And they paid for it, unfortunately.
Looks like a couple Auburn fans and a couple Auburn haters here in Twitch chat. We gotta keep an eye on this. This could get interesting.
A lot of people here tonight. A lot of individuals out there who are supporting their school, but a lot of you guys are supporting your friends. If you know somebody here participating, you know, give them some love, give them a cheer, because they're doing their best to make the plays that they need to become within the top 5 of this matchup here in this fall event.
Oh, for sure. I know a couple people who's on staff whose parents will watch the stream because they know their child is playing. I know my girlfriend watches a stream every now and then. You know, it's a great kind of get together, especially just for a couple hours here watching the game. That's pretty wild here.
Look at that, Atomic Kilo and it looks like Goober. They're both so far away. They spend way too long trying to get to Spawn Island, probably for your sake. You know, that's probably why they're all the way out there. The Salty Sea Cow and his team, they are pretty far north as well. One of those things I was talking about earlier is just dying outside the play zone. I really hate seeing teams do that. It looks like we're getting in a little confrontation here, blocked by the map.
That's UC Santa Barbara up there in the northeast. Hopefully they can find themselves a car to keep themselves in play here.
Yeah, that's what's going to save them right now. They're not going to be taking double damage, so they should be good to run all the way there if they have enough energy drinks and painkillers. But unfortunately, splitting that stuff up between 2 people, 3 people is going to be a challenge, and they still have no form of transportation. So hopefully they can pick something up pretty soon. They actually have they have 2 guys in a vehicle at the moment. Seems like a little standoff here, taking cover in this building, trying to find anything they can to kind of supplement those early fights. We have 62 left right now. That's only 18 down from what we originally started with, and it's gonna get really heavy here as everyone starts getting towards the center. That's where we're gonna see a lot of those people dropping. A lot of those teams getting pushed out.
For sure, for sure. Looks like very few teams have cars this game. I'm not seeing too many. Might be wrong there, but from what I've been watching here, I don't think I think it's going to be a lot of walking for a lot of these teams here. Fusha's got very low health. He's trying to find some cover here. He might not have any meds, which is just the worst. Uh-oh, looks like he might be getting followed there a little bit. Let's keep an eye on that. Atomic Kilo making his way into Yasna here past the circle. And that, hey, they did find a car. That was
They did. Yep.
that was the teamer up there. That was UC Santa Barbara. Good for them.
See, we have Google ID. He has 3 kills. Lugo has 2 kills. We have there's a lot of people who've picked up some really great kills. A lot of easy wins for these guys. Make it seem so flawless and seamlessly transitioning from looking and clearing to taking out an entire team. Google ID came out on top there against Chicago. Was it?
Yeah, UC Riverside's already racked up 3 kills for their team, so they're definitely these California teams definitely don't go down without a fight. UC Riverside got that win last game, already picked up 3 early on this game, so definitely another team to keep an eye out for this game.
Smoody and his team, unfortunately, as aggressively as they played, it did not pay off as it has in the past. I have some teams still struggling to get through to the play area right now. I'm Corrupt and Curly running their very best, try to get into that realm of safety. We have 3 minutes until it advances again, cutting it down from what looks like about 1,800 meters down to about 12. We're encroaching that time period where people are going to be in a lot more dense of an area than they expected. So,
yeah, those 2 guys are from Georgia Southern, and we saw a lot from them last game. So hopefully they're able to make it in or find a car here pretty soon. Is anybody hanging out on Mill Base still? Maybe a couple teams there still hanging out. Looks like they're headed towards the bridge, gonna make their way on into the circle.
Looks like
here.
one guy and 2 teams, or one or 2 teams, but one guy straying away doing something. I'm very curious as to what he's doing by himself. Same thing over there all the way to the west. There's just one guy hanging out by himself.
The one that got away.
The one that got away.
There's that sunset weather there. Partially sunny, 50% sun, 50% set.
Yeah. That's the forecast for the day here. See, we couldn't get those immaculate shadows without the sunset weather.
Oh yeah, those shadows that increase our frames so much.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate world we live in where we have to spend $3,000 or $4,000 to get high quality shadows.
Ooh, another crate drop there, just to the east of that mountain there. That would be nice. Hopefully someone goes for that. I don't think there's too many people there, so whoever goes for it shouldn't have too much to worry about.
We haven't seen a whole lot of people going for the crates. With the exception of swimming across the river there just to pick up what may have already been looted. We haven't seen that many people going for the crates directly, and that crate is directly in the school. So what once was a single man territory for the surviving team that made it through there is now going to more than likely be a very populated area, hopefully picking up something like an M24 or a 15X.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we saw those crates. We saw at least one crate get taken last game, and I don't think we saw any crate items being used during the game. So I'm not sure. I'd kill to know what was in that crate, to be honest, because I don't recall seeing any snipers or the LMG or even a ghillie suit. But we'll have to see here.
Anchor's still at less than 50%. He's got himself an energy heal right now with his painkillers. Just a sliver of health from Leroy Jenkins, getting 2 kills.
Wow.
And still alive completely. Like, how lucky do you have to be? This is the second time that he's done that. That is ridiculous. Noob's Gone Wild knocking out and killing Epic Joe.
That's that luck from Clemson right there, from Leroy Jenkins. Noob's Gone Wild here taking some shots as
Kupta was having no problem with that. He's not having that at all.
He barely escaped it. That was very close. Easily could have popped a tire there to try and get that kill, but it's tough shooting through the wheat there.
It looks like he's the last one of. Yep, he is the last one on his team. Kupta, yeah, he was not having any of that.
Yeah, his teammates were saying, "Go, leave me." That's tough. Looks like I might have another team rolling up here on Clemson. This could get interesting. That's Jay Good and Oxbuddy and the other teammate there from University of Colorado Boulder. So rolling up on Clemson. Boulder in the blue, Clemson in the dark purple / pink.
It's M16. It's M16s versus M16s in a 3v4 right now. Orma Whale, he actually died very unfortunately last game to a little peak there that wound up getting him killed. Got caught out. Let's hope that they don't spread out too far, because one of them gets knocked, this could be game over in the 2v1, or if it comes down to a 2v1, or right now it's already at a disadvantage being a 3v4, but not getting knocked from one of these guys, Jay Good, Oxbuddy, or Whale, it could be game over for them.
Yeah, this is tough here, especially with this 3v4. And I mean, Clemson definitely has more buildings to choose from.
Oxbuddy taking a lot of damage, trying to run for better cover further away. Ghost Persona taking a little bit of damage too, getting that eye for an eye. Orma Whale, he actually took a good chunk of his health right there. And like I said, getting knocked at a distance like this, Oxbuddy got his heal off right there from his medication and what looks to be both painkillers. Jay Good trying to go in for the takeout. Oh, just a little bit overshot that right there. Leroy Jenkins going down finally. Leroy Jenkins, he is really good at surviving with just a little bit of health, but that time it just did not connect for him. That way, Leroy Jenkins is actually back up. Jay Good is trying to find a good angle to try to take some of these guys out, but what he doesn't see is right there to his right. He's going to go
every time he peeks, they hide. Oh, this is close. Oh, man, that's tough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dreaded grenade.
Jay Good healing back up. Adam looking really, really peaked right there. Not a whole lot of health on him. Whale and Jay Good, the only two here trying to take on this 2v4, shooting through the door, trying to just find where these guys might be. Ghost Persona trying to peek at him through the window in the building adjacent. Oh, man. And it is looking very, very, very scary for Jay Good right now. He could get pinned down at any time. It looks like he's trying to find an opportunity to get a headshot on one of these guys. It looked like Noob's Gone Wild is trying to flank here a little bit. They're just trying to get a better position, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do that without taking some really risky moves.
Yeah, this is definitely close here. And in Twitch chat, to answer your question there, James, there is a stream delay. I believe it's somewhere around 3 or 5 minutes. So we'll actually, I think it might be a little bit longer. I'm not too sure on that. Jay Good going down there. Noob's Gone Wild also down. Orma Whale, the only one left there. He's definitely going to have to pick up Jay Good from Boulder in order to be able to compete here in the end. It's tough with just one player.
Yeah, Jay Good, he's definitely hurting right now, and that whole firefight is very, very, very scary for these guys. 2v, especially in a 2v4, when somebody has either more cover or an angle on you that you don't have. It's just really, 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 really hard to come back from something like that if you don't have the cover to support yourself after you pick yourself back up.
Yeah, and looking at the feed there, it looks like West Virginia University just got knocked out here in the game. Oh dang, already down there. Let's take a look here. I think he'll be alright though. Looks like he's gonna get the revive as Woom here with that dreaded Car 98 with the 4 times is taking a peek at the building here where they're hanging out. That is Arizona State in those buildings there.
And if you see down there, Jay Good actually took out Noob's Gone Wild with the UMP, finally taking down the one of four, which is now making that a 2v3, or potentially even a 1v3 at this point. Snow Dragon's trying to peek around, making sure that these guys do not get the drop on the rest of his teammates. Sitting behind that hill is very smart, and they're definitely going to be on a standoff right now until somebody either flanks them or they make a more aggressive move.
Yeah, this is going to be close here. The circle is definitely getting smaller. Oh, I hope it goes around either Pachinki or the water down there. Looks like Snow Dragon's trying to get some shots off here. But
Snow Dragon took a lot of health from Padawan and Oh Dang Dang. Like, that is quite a significant amount of health, and now they're actually being faced with a whole nother team. Looks like running up to their right side there. Jay Good reconvening with the rest of his teammates. Not a whole lot of health left, nothing to supplement himself. Just has to go and try to find a health kit or something, because he's looking really rough right now. Everybody else is just about full health.
Let's see where this crate dropped. It'll be interesting here to shake things up. I didn't see too many players going.
Ghost Persona gets knocked with the M16.
Wow.
On Icy Fusion, not able to take him out. Chuck taking out, or almost taking out. You have the Crow and Poop Loser 69 from UCF. Make sure you buy his merch. He's gonna try to take some of these guys out of the game, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to do it. Getting a different angle, pulling out his team. Looks like Chuck is going to go down if he doesn't figure out how to fix himself, fix his positioning.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be an interesting game here. Looks like it's just gonna close just outside of both of the cities. It looks
Icy
like.
Fusion again. Knocking Ghost Persona and killing him with the M16. Luckily, he's got that CCO, that 2x scope that happens to make all the difference in this firefight.
Man, I see a lot of couple of suppressors. Actually, no, I spoke too soon. That's the same guy. My bad. But definitely though, that Mini 14 with that suppressor is definitely such a powerful gun, especially with the amount of damage the Mini 14 does. And the suppressor, you have no idea where they're coming from sometimes. And especially
Chuck
bigger
XD,
circles here. Yeah.
He's looking very rough out there. His teammates nowhere to be found. He's walking around on his hands and knees trying to find some cover. Hopefully his team is able to pick him up. He's got 2 people alive. Venus GG, Iron Tank God, 2 kills. The top performer of the team about to go down. It looks like he is completely down and out. He's going to finally die right here, it seems, right there outside the play zone. 45 left. Less than half remain, and the play zone is only getting smaller. A lot of people outside of the play zone. It seems that this is going to be a very, very interesting final battle. It goes very quickly as well. There's so many people who die, within like that 5-6 seconds of the initial close, because there's just so many people surrounding, so many people in the final area. So it's going to be very interesting.
Looks like South Carolina's heading for the middle of that white circle already. They're definitely trying to get settled in early here before these other teams move in late. Leroy Jenkins doing the backward scroll there. That looks hilarious.
Whale is probably going down. Jay Good taking a lot of damage. If you saw, Leroy Jenkins was actually crawling in the prone on the side. There was 3 people who didn't see him at all. He's being very sneaky right now. Volder taking some damage there, and he looks like he is going to be able to use his first aid kit and heal back up, try to get away from all that flying bullets. Orma Whale looks like he's going down. He's taking a lot of damage. He is down, killed with the scar.
Oh man, 44 left. Things are about to get scary here. Iron Wum here looks like he took out a few players there. Possibly a team. Wow, looks like it's going to settle around this hill here. This could actually be a very interesting dynamic. Wow, look at this. Teams on all kinds of levels here. This is insane.
It is just an unfortunate place to be right now. Getting knocked. WMWM. Atomic Kilo getting killed. Actually.
Oh, Wum's down.
I know. Their WMWM is going down with a headshot. The AKM Ignite actually taking him out. Sea Cucumber killing Shalong Fury with the M16. There's just so many. There's so many people down and out.
My goodness, we just had 41 like a minute ago.
Like I said, 41 all the way down to 27. We're looking at a very, very quick final moment here, and we're not even we're a minute away from actually going to that hilled area. So the more people that get taken out right now, the better for the final surviving teams. A lot of these guys still have all of their teammates. Oxbuddy being the only one. Boylad going down, getting knocked from falling from full health. That is really unfortunate for him. Oxbuddy being the only surviving member of his team. Sam 8-3, not looking good at all. Having some painkillers, something of his health right there. There's a lot of people right now with a lot less health than they really need. The legendary Toe has no health, and he is not knocked. He is, awake and alive, finally healing himself up. The Salty Sea Cow with a little bit of health, just barely under cover. Wickley is same thing, under barely any cover, having no health at all.
Situations like that get these teams pinned outside of the circles and cause people to die in the blue, like we were talking about earlier. It's just like there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's tough.
It's a lot of flashing right now. There's a lot of different fights going on right now that we aren't seeing all of. Legendary Toe going down, and he has been getting up and down all day. He has not died yet, which is really, really fortunate for him. Just not a whole lot of cover. We're taking pot shots right now, just trying to get something going here. Gotta
King
knock
Arthur
somebody.
Connects.
There we go, Captain Knob right there. We got Platypus killing Lugo with an AKM. Captain Doorknob finally dying. Icy Fusion knocking out.
Uh-oh, here's
You're
the
in
circle.
Trouble.
Valkyrie could be going down here again, and he does because of the circle. What a shame. King Arthur has to leave his 3 team members down in order to push back into the circle, and he looks like he's going to push past here. Salty Sea Cow yet again. My goodness.
King Arthur finally dying. Just inches.
Oh, man.
That is super unfortunate for him.
Man. Oh, poor King Arthur. That is
a lot of kills getting picked up here. There's 3 full teams left. And then 1 team. Well, actually, now there's 2 left. 2-1. Icy Fusion, the Salty Sea Cow. Oxbuddy goes down. He's down and out. No chance to get knocked here. He was the last one on his team. I'm Corrupt. Curly and Icy Fusion, Salty Sea Cow being the only 2 teams without a full team. Fuchsia gets knocked down with a Mini 14 with a headshot that's not being undercover. And you got Fuchsia, Fallen Angel, taking a little bit of damage there. Fuchsia's still out and not been picked up yet. Platypus taking a little bit of damage there.
Looks like Washington and Arizona State have all 4 of their players. That is if Arizona State can get back up Fuchsia there. But
Fuchsia's back up finally. There it is. So it seems like UW. Oh, gosh. The Salty Sea Cow taking out Curly with the M16 with that ACOG right there. I'm Corrupt hiding just inches behind that hill.
That's so close. He got lucky there with that positioning. And it looks like Curly definitely got unlucky with that positioning here. Circle's moving in 10 seconds. Players are not going to be able to finish off these gunfights. They're going to have to make a run for it. I don't know if I'm Corrupt is going to be able to survive out there. That's
Platypus. Oh my God. Platypus knocking down Icy Fusion with the SKS right before the play zone starts to come in. The Salty Sea Cow, unfortunately, not sure if he's going to be able to pick him up. Snow Dragon's knocking out 2 people with the M16, getting knocked himself.
With the 8 times?
Oh, man. 11 people left. There are so many people down outside of the play zone that it does not look good for these teams. Platypus dying.
Oh,
Sam dying. Arno dying. Ignite dying almost. Actually, Ignite being knocked. Icy Fusion. I'm Corrupt. Salty Sea Cow still in the game. Snow Dragon still in the game. Fuchsia still in the game. There's so many people currently right now that are they have the potential to lose this. You know, if they don't play this right. They do have the drop on Corrupt Sea Cow and well, just missed that. Corrupt Sea Cow and Icy Fusion. They do have the drop on them. If they do make a tactical play, it has to be soon. With only 45 seconds left between this, the Salty Sea Cow taking out I'm Corrupt. And now It is just Icy Fusion and the Salty Sea Cow verse Fuchsia, Fallen Angel, Snow Dragons, and Reese.
Oh man, this
It does not look good. It's a
this is
2v4 in
tough.
the worst kind of way. Getting knocked right now with the M4. The Salty Sea Cow goes down. Fuchsia takes him out. And there's only one person left. Fuchsia going in to make the tactical decision to try to knock these guys out before they can pick themselves back up. And they're both down and out. Right now, Fuchsia taking out both of them. Taking the win. Fuchsia taking the win right now. Finishing off the Salty Sea Cow. And that was probably the best game that I've seen so far.
That
Fuchsia
looks
with
like
5 kills.
that's Arizona State there in first. And look at that. South Carolina finishes second both games. Wow, congratulations, South Carolina. That's definitely going to give them a nice solid spot on the leaderboard there. In third place, we have got Georgia Southern there. Nice job to all three of those teams. Platypus and his team there. That's University of Washington in fourth. And in fifth, we have University of Colorado Boulder. Wow, very nice. You know what? I'm very interested to see. Very sad, but also very happy. You know, big players like Chicago got eliminated early, and we didn't see any California teams up here in the top bracket of players there. But you know, very nice to see some underdogs up top. Very happy to see. But yeah, very wonderful game here at the end. Poor King Arthur. I'm gonna have to go back and get a clip of that, man, to see how close he was. We'll throw that in the Discord for you, King Arthur. That was incredible. I think that'll be it for it.
A pretty crazy game.
Yeah, that's going to be it for us tonight, though, folks. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. And don't forget to tune into the Elite game this Sunday, same time, 9:15. We're going to have the best of the best teams from this week play again in a first-person game mode game this Sunday, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. But anyway, this has been Potater and my buddy here, Sauce, signing out. Have a good night, guys.